Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me and welcome to another What's on Your Desk Wednesday. So this week, what's on my desk is I have a load of offcuts of card. I've got white and cream, so I've got ones that size and then I've got a bunch more tall but thin ones. And you know, the first things I thought was these can be belly bands, side tucks, that kind of thing, which yes, absolutely they can be. And I remembered about a video that I saw in the Roxy's Weekly Challenge a long time ago, which was to stick the scraps down and then put your like focal image. And the idea was to make belly bands or side tucks. So I had a go, this was one I did, and this is the kind of thing that I want to go for. Yeah, but when I was doing this one, I thought, well, actually, some of them might be able to be tall tags as well. So this one, I rounded the corners thinking it was going to be a belly band, but I'm not going to do that with these because, as I said, some of them could end up being tags if we want to. So what have I got on my desk alongside the card? I have got scraps. I've got all neutral scraps, so text, book page, brown, etc. I've got some green and brown type coloured patterned-ish scraps, so colours and patterns. I've got book pages, ta-da, and I've got my glue book, and then I've got things as the focal points, so you know, little stuff like this from kits, and I've got like a little book of little images, some sticker images, just all things like that. I have some tickets and I've got some like stickers and well, a couple of stickers and fussy cuts, which because they're tall and narrow, I thought maybe we could use some of these as well, so I'm not decorating them all the same. You know, we could do like a little like clustery type thing, I don't know. We're just going to see what happens. So first things first, we want the glue book. So if I put there, you can just see it, can't you? And here we go. I don't know really, I think I'm just going to glue straight onto the card. I think that's what I did earlier. So I'm using my Yoo-Hoo glue stick. And yeah, it's just a case of gluing your scraps down. And essentially it's like doing a masterboard, but we already know what the ephemera / shape is going to be. You know, normally you do a masterboard as like one, you know, big thing, don't you? And then you cut it down. But yeah, in this case, well, we've already cut it down. So yeah, I'm going to keep the background relatively neutral. I do want to get a bit of colour in there, but I thought if we keep it relatively neutral, then it means that when we add our, you know, fussy cuts and pictures and things, it might be a little bit easier for us to decorate them. But yes, it is a What's on Your Desk Wednesday. Now, technically, it is a Saturday for me. Oh no, I've destroyed the illusion. Yes, it is Saturday. My husband, just going to tear that down a little bit more. My husband is away all weekend this weekend. Well, obviously he's coming back tonight, but both Saturday and Sunday he's got trade shows. So he sells 3D printed wares, like gifts and home decor type things, you know, a mixture of different things really. And yeah, he does very well at trade shows because a lot of the things that he makes, people don't necessarily know they exist. Some things are quite random and quite novelty. So yeah, trade shows is good for him because you know, sometimes that's the first time anyone even sees what's possible with a 3D printer. So anyway, that's, long story short, that's him. And so because I am here, just me and the dog, it gives me a good chance then to get some videos done. And yeah, I feel like I'm back into a groove these days. And apart from, apparently my tearing isn't though. I mean, what is that? Let's try that again. There we go, right. Something. What was I saying? Yeah, I feel like I'm back into a groove with videos and everything now, so I think it's just where I now know what videos I'm doing. You know, I know what my days are, so, you know, it's just a case of getting them done. Oh, I'm making a right mess of this, aren't I, really? But that's the thing with gluing, you know, especially with a glue stick, you get in a right sticky mess. So I don't know how many we're going to get done. I'm just going to go for probably about an hour or so, and we're just going to see what happens. And I should really learn to tear down the scrap and then put the glue down, because at the moment I'm just kind of gluing willy-nilly and also not showing you what I'm doing. Right. I don't want it to be too bitty, that's why, because I've got a lot of like tiny scraps, but I don't want it to be really bittiness, because yeah, I think it can end up looking, I just find it's a bit harder then to see past the distracting background if you've got too much going on. But yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, but I've got a lot of bitty scraps which I want to get used, so I'm a bit stuck with how to do it without making it look bitty. But I don't know. The prototype that I did, it was funny actually. I was when I was making it up, I had it, you know, like this, for example, and then when I cut it down, I thought to myself, well, actually, I'm going to turn it upside down. So I ended up doing that. So I have to remind myself, this is just the background. That's all it is. You know, we don't know what this is going to become, other than probably a side tuck belly band tag type piece. Fine. But other than that, we don't know how we're going to decorate this yet until we've cut it down. So I need to learn myself to give it a chance. And, you know, tell yourself, okay, it's just the background. It's not going to look like this when you're finished. Right, at the end of the day, we don't even know where the end of this card is for, you know, until we've cut it down anyway. So, right, what should we put there? Let's try and get something neutral in. There we go. That might help us. And yeah, I've just got lots of odds and ends scraps from my days of not being very good at using them. You know, I've been very neglectful of the scraps, I must say. So I'm going to leave that to dry before I cut it down. So I'm going to do sort of 2 at a time. So I need to find somewhere to put it so that it can dry off. Okay, and then I'll grab the next one, and then we can just sort of go like that. So whilst that one's drying, I can be getting the next one collaged, and then whilst that one's drying, I can get the other one decorated. Yes, I think that's how I'm going to do it. So, and then anything that isn't caught by my attempts at gluing higgledy-piggledy with the glue stick, I can just get with, you know, going in with extra gluing if I need to, kind of thing. But yeah. But as I say, I'm trying to keep the background relatively neutral. But, oh my gosh, it feels good to get these scraps used up. I think it's because I got a bit bored of doing masterboards. Not for any other reason. Like, I love a good masterboard, I really do. But I think what I was having issues with was I would spend all that time gluing, and obviously if you're going to get all these bits out and the glue and everything, you may as well, in my opinion, you may as well do a whole bunch of them rather than just one. But then of course by the time you've got to the end of it, you're kind of thinking, well, I've kind of had enough of these scraps now. So you make all these masterboards. Say you make two masterboards. Now that could be enough to make something silly like 8 tags. Like, you know, it could make quite a few things, couldn't it? But then if you never cut it down, you've got to the end of this, and so you're just stuck there with these masterboards and they never become anything. So I'm kind of liking this concept of what's the word? Well, yeah, it's already cut down into something, and it's just a case of just putting the scraps onto it. Yeah, I think this suits me to a T, and I'll put that the other way. I hope that when I'm done, I hope that you'll see they do turn out nice. It looks like an absolute hot mess of things right now, but trust me, it does change once we start cutting them. This one's gone very brown, hasn't it? I feel like I should bring in some green. Yeah, I'm gonna put that across there. Yeah. Move that to one side. I'm gonna glue this part just because I don't know. Yeah, I want to use the whole thing. So. Oh dear. But yes, I saw this in Roxy's weekly challenge. I don't know what year she did it. I don't think it was this year's one. I can't actually remember, but I just know that I saw it, you know, some time ago, and the idea stayed with me as, well, that's a good idea, I'll give that a go. And then did it ever happen? No. So yeah, and then yeah, as I said, I had these cut-offs, and I suppose it's that I don't often have plain card cut-offs. I have a lot of scrapbook paper cut-offs. Just looking for something to go there. I'd like to get this washi in somehow. Oh, actually, because again, this was just in my scrapbooks for some unknown reason. It's just cut-offs of washi. I think because it's quite a nice washi, I didn't want to throw it away, you know. So oh gosh, can you think that I can get this off the back? No. The answer is yes, I can. Woohoo, got it. So I was just going to pop that up here. There you go. Okay, so that's that. Right, something for there, just a little something. What have I got on here? I haven't really got any book page on here, have I? Let's just take a piece of this. I shouldn't really be dipping into the, you know, the full sheets just yet, but they weren't being used as well. So I've got lots of book pages. These are nice though. These are foreign text ones, which always feels a little bit special. And then just to make it even, I'm just going to put another bit of this somewhere else on it. I think this is looking a little bit higgledy. So let's pop you there. There we go. So I don't know whether I'm using this glue book as a glue book or as a mat. I don't know, it's just kind of become an everything. So yeah. Right, so I'm just going to put that one over there. Lovely. Right, where's my scissors? So it is still a little bit wet, but at least it's had a chance to dry. So the moment of truth, let's see what our hot mess of scraps turns into. I do like turning it over like this though. Like, I think that's why I do like masterboards, and when I cut them down I turn them over like this usually, unless I'm trying to do something specific. I will turn them over because I like the surprise, you know? It always looks better when it's cut down, I have to say. Anyway, I hope it's not too dark in here, by the way. It's I've got both lights on, but we have just had an almighty spat of torrential downpour, which is fine because we have had a heat wave the last couple of days. So it's gone back to normal. And, you know, the plants will be rejoicing about, yeah, having some rain. Okay, right, so that's what we have ended up with. Sorry, I'm a bit clumsy today. So, a hot mess of things. Right, so first things first, I do like to just double check. I do want it this way. Okie dokie. Right, so let's actually put these scraps in the bin so that I don't become overloaded with them. And let's find what we're going to use as the focal. So this has got a lot of neutrals and browns, so I do want to bring in some green. Could be. Let's just find... Oh, that's quite nice because it's got quite a bit of brown on it. So yeah, I think we want a bit of brown, not just green. But yeah, I'm really liking that one. I think it's a wintry image, to be honest, but I'm liking that. Okay, and then I'm going to just grab some more of this book text. Don't know why I've torn that so hinky. And then I'm thinking to have that in the middle, layered up behind the image. That's fine, but I do feel like this is probably a bit too much brown on its own, so I'm going to bring in some more of this because I've got this in the collage. So don't be frightened to change it up even after you've put the glue book away. Where is it? Here. You know, if you're not happy with how things are looking once you cut it down, just add to it. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, those weren't glued down yet, are they? One empty. There we go. But I have got the window open, even though we have had torrential downpour. It is still quite warm, at least inside. It's one of those really muggy temperatures. So if you do hear a lot of cars and aeroplanes and drilling and all sorts going on, then yeah, that's why. I don't know if I'm loving this collage yet. I'm just going to see. I don't know, it feels a bit too much bittiness. I don't know what it is. But I haven't added any like words or labels or anything yet. So I'm going to give it a chance. Yeah, I'll stick this with the glue stick, may as well. It's not every day I get the glue book out, so I'm going to make good use of it. But hopefully, fingers crossed, you will, well, hopefully we'll make something nice and then you might want to give it a go. Oh, it's always the way with, you know, collaging. I always find that on video I'm kind of like, oh, why did it come out like that? Is it because I was too busy talking, you know? But I'm gonna try and give these a chance. Because I do really like the idea, so I want to do it justice, so. Okay, right. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this. I think it's just a bit too much, so I'm just going to chop into it because it doesn't hurt to have a smaller piece. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, it was just throwing me off. There we go. That's much better. So we could have just made a tag, maybe. And then I'm thinking on these plain bits, maybe I'll do a bit of stenciling. Let's, I'm going to do it now just because I'd much rather get these finished, one by one, rather than do a lot of bases and then, you know, put them away and ignore them. Like, I don't think I want to do that. Not this time. I want finished things because I've got plenty of unfinished things. I want finished things. Right, how's that? Oh yeah, I much prefer that. There we go. We have success. Right. Where's the other one? Over here. So let's see what this becomes. So I'll be happy if I can show you just one successful one. I think that will be my job done. And hopefully a convincing somebody out there, or multiple of you. Go on, hands up. Hopefully some of you will want to give this a go. It is fun. It is fun. I should have collaged on this side. This is obviously where I've been cutting down ephemera from one of my kids. I should have collared that side, but it doesn't matter. They're going to be stuck down on the page, but I suppose that means this one can't be a tag then, can it? So note to self, check your scraps, because if I do want these to be tags, this one can't be now. Okay, I think that's my walliness over with today. We've had enough wallying. I think no more wallying now. If I say it enough times, it will become a word. It will catch on. Alright. I'm going to cheat. I'm doing it again. I'm going to do it. That's better, yes. There's no harm in cutting them down. Why not? Okay. So I'm going to round these corners because, as I said, I've established this one can't be a tag. I may as well get the corners rounded. And then I need to decide what's going in the middle. That looks nice, doesn't it? So let's see what we want. So we've got some green on here. That's a bit too big, isn't it? I think it wants something... Oh yes, less busy. Less busy. I got you. I'm feeling it now. Yes. So I think these pictures are a bit too busy for the ones that have colours in the background. Oh, I like that as well. See, that I would just stick the whole way down. That one I would have, yeah, with something behind it. So I'll go with this one. So, right, note to self, what have we learned so far? We have learned if you've got busy pictures, then you want a neutral, simple, not too much background, yeah? And if you've got more simple pictures, that's when you can get away with a more busier background. Okay, there we go. That is my wisdom for the afternoon. Oh, why did I choose a sticker? Oh, come on. I've almost got it. Okay. Yes. Got it. Oh, right. It doesn't really need glue, but I'm going to add glue just in case. Whoops. I also don't know if I'm sewing around these. I usually do when I make masterboard scrappy things, you know, where possible. You know, just to make sure that those scraps are definitely down there, you know. But, so yeah, I suppose I answered my own question, didn't I? Okay, yes. As I said, I haven't added any labels or anything yet. Where's the, where's it gone? Oh, yeah. So let's think about doing that, because as I said, I want finished items. So usually I would say to myself, oh, I'll do all the labels together at the end, which is, well, yeah, probably a good way to do it. But I would much really like to just get some, yeah, just to get, I just can't get my words out. That's it, I'm done talking, I'm not saying anymore. Be silenced for the rest of the video. No, I'm joking. It couldn't be even if I tried. It just doesn't work like that. But I will. I'm just going to take a breath because honestly, I go so loopy in the afternoons. I don't know if it's just that I've got like energy from eating lunch, because I eat breakfast. That's the thing. I have breakfast every morning. I have breakfast, so. What, you don't get the same level of energy from breakfast as you do lunch? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. None. Right. I decided on this label before I really thought about where it was going. Kind of like it there, but it seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Oh, I like that though. Alright. That's my only butterfly. Oh, it's not my only butterfly. I've got plenty of butterflies, but it's the only one that I've cut out, you know, in like brown kinds of tones. Okay, don't know if you saw that, but I nearly had a fly in my eye. Just came buzzing in through the window. Oh, my dog absolutely hates buzzing things. Oh my gosh, he really hates it. I can understand why, you know, flies do get in your face, and I'm sure it is annoying, but he really hates them. He'll go around chasing them, trying to eat them, and obviously we're just trying to get them out of the window so they can be on their way, you know. Certainly don't want my dog eating them. But yeah, my dog has always other plans for what we want. And so yeah, he goes around trying to eat them, but he gets really snarly about it. With these flies, you know, he properly like snarls at them and snaps, and yeah, he really hates them. Really doesn't like them. Okay, so that is that one. Yeah, I think it's a success. I'm happy. Which, well, yeah, if you're happy, then it's a success, isn't it? Right, what I was going to say, what did I do with the numbers? I hope this is okay to do it this way. As I said, I usually would just find all the labels together at the end. But that can also get a little bit boring, you know. I quite like that one. Yeah. So I suppose I'm being less efficient by breaking up the progress. Now, what's on the back? Oh yeah, this is plain. So this could be a tag if we want it to be. As I said, I don't want to round the corners because I would like options. See, just adding a label does bring it together, really, doesn't it? I think it's because it adds more to the foreground. There we go. Ta-da. I really hope you are looking at this project and going, yes, Justine, I want to do those. So I'm going to collage it this way. Yes, just checking that was fine. Yes, I'm really hoping that you're looking at this project and thinking, yeah, I understand how that could be a cool project to do on a rainy afternoon. As I said, yeah, gosh, I've only done 2, it's been half an hour. Am I just like, honestly, I'm just slow crafter. I really am, but oh well, oh well. I do have to remind myself I am, you know, decorating them as we go as well, aren't I? That's probably the difference. You could probably just do, if you were to just do the bases of them, so we're just gluing the scraps down. Yeah, you definitely don't need to worry about, we don't need to worry about anything, first of all, just so that we're clear. But you, yeah, I've forgotten what I was saying now. Yep, gone. Just totally gone. I'm sure it was really, really important. No, I'm sure it wasn't. Yeah, gone. Just gone. I'm sure you... I'm sure someone out there knows what I was going to say, but yeah, just gone out of my head now. Right, let's try and get some green in here. So this one I'm going to use the ruler because I don't want to lose, you know, all of the scrap. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to put this on the back of here. That's it. So we might actually only get 4 done. For some reason I thought I was going to be brilliant and get like 10 done. Yeah, I know, I hear you all laughing thinking, yeah, right, you, Justine, 10. But I had good intentions, I did. But yeah, I don't think 10 is going to happen. I'll be lucky if we get 4. But I tell you what, we'll get through the scraps, even if we only make 4, even if we only make 2. We're definitely going to get through some scraps, aren't we? Yes. So let's try and use some of this Scripty. This is from when I did the envelopes, wasn't it? So I have a lot of weird weird shaped scraps. So let's just try and get something off of this. Okay, that's that, right. Okay, that fly is still buzzing around. I haven't heard any snapping coming from behind me yet, so that's something. I suspect he is still, you know, snarling at it there. My dog snarling at the fly is what I mean. I can hear him groaning. He's groaning, so yeah. But he's being a good boy and leaving the flies alone. If I wasn't filming, I'd be chasing that fly out of the room, but you know. I am filming and I'm in the flow of gluing. Okay, let's try and do one where we use some fussy cuts and not just pictures, because I've kind of just completely forgotten what I said earlier about you know, whether you're going to have a busy or neutral background. I've kind of just, yeah, I've ignored my own advice, which will not come as a surprise. That happens often. So let's see if we can get this little bit of brown in. Just there. So this is actually sticker paper. So let's get you down. As you might have seen also, I'm not sorry, I thought that was my dog barking for a minute then. I am not yes, that's that one. A hot mess. It will be better. So let's get the other one done whilst we whilst that one dries. Okay, that only took a few minutes. So I'm getting faster. There you go. It takes time. I forgot what I was saying again. Oh my goodness me. I think that's why I don't do chatting videos where I'm not just, you know, I'm not just talking about the project. I'm also trying to I'm trying to tell you things, but I get distracted too easily. You know, it just, yeah. I don't know, it just happens. It just happens. I didn't tell you what size the cardstock was, did I? So I think the widest ones, so this one for example, is about 2.5 inches wide. Yeah, and I did them about 8.5 inches tall. You know, because I was thinking about what size my pages would be and things like that. La, 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 la. This thing when I'm scrap listing, I feel like I want to hum and sing. I don't know why, it just kind of happens like that. I'm using this glue book in the weirdest way possible, where I can't decide whether it's to glue the pieces or glue the cardstock or be my base, you know, my mat. It's just become everything. Okay, we're gonna have to do some glue book pages, glue book projects, aren't we? After all these, it's like I just want to do that. Keep it easy. Yeah, but I also don't want to be in a gluey mess, so there's that as well. So yeah, scrappy side tucks things. So I have now got all of my phone issues sorted, we believe, thankfully. So I should be able to just get on like normal now, not have any silliness with having to do weird things with batteries and oh gosh. But I am so grateful to my husband for being able to, or feeling like he was able to, you know, giving it a go. For I'm actually going to bring in, no I'm not, I thought I was going to bring in some book page, but I changed my mind. Well, we'll use this piece. That's nice. Yeah, what was it saying? Gosh, I'm terrible. Yes, he looked at some YouTube videos and he was like, right, I think we can do it. And I said to him, well, let's give it a go, because either way I'm gonna have to buy a new phone. Yeah, anyway, because the phone, it was awful. The battery was getting worse and worse, so I was having to charge it more and more. But do you know what the really scary thing was? It was the phone was bulging out of the case, and I thought maybe I dropped it and it would like you know, become like unclipped or something from the back of it. And when my husband looked it up, he said, that's actually the battery expanding through, yeah, expanding. I mean, and so he was saying, look, you shouldn't be using this phone. And I was like, well, I can't not use my phone. And he agreed. He was like, yeah, you can't. Like, my phone is my business, really. I mean, at the end of the day. And he was like, well, we're gonna have to do something about it. And I said, well, should I be buying a new phone? And of course, that's going to be, you know, a lot of money. And he was like, well, let's give this a go. And yeah, the battery cost, I think it was something like £12 or £13 on eBay. And it's a third-party battery. It's not like an official thing or anything. So it wouldn't be as good as getting a new phone, but my gosh, it's much cheaper. So anyway, that's that one. So let's get this sticky glue book away from me. So let's cut down the one that's dry. Here it is. And I've lost my scissors under a pile of scraps. Ah, there we go. Well, I'm glad this is making me do it. I have to say, it's making me sit down with my scraps. And I think it's just a nice opportunity to do something different. And as I say, with the masterboards, you'd kind of have to do it in 2 sessions, really, wouldn't you? You'd have to do the masterboards, then cut them down, so go off and do that, and then you're left with the ephemera that you want to make, and then you've got to decorate the pieces. Well, you don't have to decorate, but generally speaking, you'll then decorate the pieces and finish them off. But I suppose because they're already, you know, half the job is done, with them being the thing already, it does, yeah, it's making some finished ephemera quite quickly, I must say. You know, relatively quickly for me. Right, now I did say I wanted to do some with these like stickers and fussy cut type things, didn't I? So let's find the book pages again. Here we go. Just thinking to help the sticker stand off, because I think I would like to use that. We want some book page. I'm going to move, so I'm going to do it down here because I don't like this brown bit poking its bottom out, its tail out. So I'm thinking if I do the collage down here, like that, I can then just chop it off. So yeah, they're not at all turning out to be as tall as what I was planning, but oh well. Oh well. If you like them, then that's the main thing, isn't it? I am keeping the offcuts of the masterboard though, because there's every chance that we might be able to do something with those. You know, make them into little clusters or something. So, but I'd much rather, you know, cut them down and have them be a smaller size, but nice. You know, I want them to be things that I would use, not be, you know, I want them to be to my liking. Okay, let's try this. Right, were we going to use I got out all these tickets and I realised that I've not been using them. I don't know. Usually I use tickets with a fussy cut rather than a sticker. I quite like that actually. I'll put the sticker down first and then I can make a decision, can't I? Oh, that fly is bugging me. If I was a dog, I'd be snarling at it. Snapping and snarling. It's just because they do just fly around your head, don't they? You just feel it whiz past your ear and you're just like, would you just go out the window? The window's open. You came in through it, go out through it. Oh, I know, it's not their fault. But I'm very happy I saved a bee the other day. So my husband calls me brave. I don't think I was brave. I just wanted to save this bee. It was stuck in our conservatory. It was a big bee. It was a very, very big bee. And I decided that I would come along and attempt to guide it out of the door. And I'm happy to report that we managed it, or I managed it, I should say. My husband was cowering in the kitchen. So yeah, a fat lot of help he was. And I was trying to get it to, I was trying to put it on a bit of paper. So I was sort of like, you know, trying to like push the paper a little bit under its legs. And eventually, with a lot of buzzing, the bee finally realised what I was trying to do, I think. Gripped onto the paper and I managed to carry it outside and then it flew off. So that was my good deed of the week. I do really try to save, you know, the bees and the butterflies and the little critters because they're all part of the plan, you know, with biodiversity and everything. So what I realised, I was talking about bees, I just put some washi to make it look like the sticker is being held on with that. I've started to do that recently. I think I've probably said it before. And yeah, I'm liking, you know, how it looks. I do like it. Oh yes, let's do that. Forget the ticket. Let's do this Tim Holtz number. I feel like I'm in the groove, and well, we're only on the third one. It's been 40 odd minutes, but at least with these videos, I'm less focused on, well, I'm still focused on teaching you things and showing you things and, you know, convincing you to, you know, to stop putting off the things that you've been putting off. No, I'm joking. Oh, I'm trying to convince myself of that, let alone anybody else. But no, you know what I mean. It's, you know, all these little jobs. And you can make some really cool things once you actually, you know, set your mind to it. I'm just sort of seeing a little bit more, a little bit more. I kind of want that to be a tag now. Let's do it. So yeah, plans change, they evolve. So I'm just going to cut that over here so I keep all the little bits and scraps together. That's that. I like that. I was just thinking because then I could put a hole up there and then have some stuff. Yeah, I think I'll leave that like that. So let's give it a little bit of nib. I mean, you do have that on the back. I might put some washi there or something. Where my printer isn't liking printing on card these days. I don't know why. It stopped liking card. I've never had problems with it before. I think it's just I've used it a lot recently because where I've been designing my kits and things, I've been doing a lot of test printing. I think that's the thing people don't necessarily know about it, is you have to do a lot of test prints in order to be happy with the digital, because, you know, it can look very different on screen to how it prints out. Not just colours wise, but, well, yeah, mainly that colours and sizes of things might look just fine on the computer, and then you print it out and think, well, that's massive or tiny or whatever. But that is a very cool tag. I like that. Right. Fingers crossed. Well, yes, we will have time to do this one. I want to keep going. I don't want to end. I do enjoy these videos, and I know a lot of you are enjoying them as well. So I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who has commented to let me know that you're enjoying this series. Oh, and you know, and the other series, but this one as well, where yeah, a lot of you have been enjoying it, and it's felt good for me to get back to being me, you know. I haven't felt like myself for a while, and I am getting into the groove again, which is lovely. I'm laughing because I've got all manner of things on my fingers, right? Where I'm a sticky mess and I've got ink on them and just all sorts. And I've just made a little pattern on the back with my thumbprint. Well, this one is on white, so this won't be a tag. This will be some kind of band or side tuck. Now it's quite wide, isn't it? Oh, that's quite nice. Feels like it wants something else though, doesn't it? I didn't really get any fussies out, fussy cuts. Quite like that. Sorry, I was just trying to decide. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. That brings in some brown, doesn't it? I'm just trying to decide. No, I don't think it needs anything else, does it? It's very tall. I don't know how. I mean, I'll do this in the middle, this picture part, and then if I do need to cut it down, at least then I can just cut it down, you know, top and bottom kind of thing, can't I? That's what we'll do. Yeah, I should have really thought to do some of these in a different theme as well. I've got a load of blue things on my desk, and I'm thinking, would it be too much if I if I did the next lot in a blue theme and do this as another What's on Your Desk Wednesday? Because I'm really enjoying myself. But then I would have to get all my, I'd have to get all the, like the blue type scraps out, wouldn't I? Which I do still have some left. But is anyone going to want to watch essentially a part 2? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they would. Okay. Just grab that bit. I'm all talked out now. I've done a lot of talking just now. Let's have a moment to ponder. I can't do it. I can't stay quiet. I do like to do thinking, but when I'm on video I do like to chat. I was just thinking, I really like the sound of rain. I love seeing rain. You know, I don't like to be in the cold rain. Well, actually I don't mind it, but I don't, you know, it's not my favourite weather to be in. But I do half love looking out of the window and seeing the rain. I do like it. I don't know what it is about it really. I don't know. Right, what kind of number would we like to have? It's this great big music, half of the word music there. It's sort of, I feel like I need something big to distract away from that. I'll probably will cut this one down because it is looking a little bit tall, I think. Right, let's try one of these. So I've got either an oval or a rectangle, so I'm just going to cut this one out and then I can decide, can't I? And all of that. So I hope that, yeah, I hope that you'd want to give these a go. I hope that I've done them justice enough to show you that, you know, it is worth doing. I just think sometimes, I don't think I'm a natural with scraps myself. I think because I end up with a lot of bitty scraps. I think that's why I find it a bit tricky. But really that's just because I've been a bit rubbish. I've been very rubbish really of not using my scraps as I make them. So I end up with just lots of odds and ends. And then of course, you know, I think, oh, I'd best use them up. And then I end up with projects like this where I'm like, well, does it really go together? You know, other people might, you know, use papers that go together, whereas I just like to use up what I've got. And yeah, I don't know. I think I'll do the oval. I think that's interesting. Where's the glue? But yeah, I think I'll probably make that the last one that I do in green. I still do have a lot of the cards, you know, the strips of card. I really thought I was going to be a lot more productive than I actually was. I was like, oh yeah, I'll make a load. I will. How many did we make? 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 4 plus my prototype, which doesn't count because that wasn't in the time. Right. I like it. I'm just thinking I am going to cut it down. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's much better. It's crazy, isn't it, to think, you know, just cutting it down a little bit can completely change it. So if I can find Roxy's weekly challenge video, so you know what the inspiration was for me sitting to do this today, I will link it below, because I think, you know, if you are going to give these a go, sometimes it's best to see multiple people try the idea, because we all work with different supplies and we all have different styles and all the rest of it, don't we? So yeah, you might get, you know, extra inspiration from seeing others give it a go. I like them though. Yeah, so that's that one. And that one. And a bonus tag. And this one, which I think I'm going to round the corners. Whoops-a-daisy. And I think I've decided this one is going to be a band or a side tuck, and I realised that I've neglected to ink this one, which again, even just the inking makes a big difference as well. So I was supposed to be sitting down with a lot of green scraps, but I feel like I've gone more browns with these. There's obviously some element of green, but I have no idea whether these are actually going to go into my current projects, but they're the colours that I sort of work with, so you know, I'm confident that they will turn up in future journals, no problem. Well, there you go. I'm really happy with them. I'm sort of looking at them now, not individually but as a group together, which I think sometimes helps if you're a perfectionist like me, and it's why I like the mass makes, or at least doing more than one option, you know, doing it a few times. Because if you're a perfectionist like me, I find that it's very easy to stare at them individually and think, oh, have I done it just at one? Not so sure, you know, oh, you know, that kind of mentality. But when you then look at a group of things that you've made in one session together, then you're like, well, actually, no, I'm really happy with them. There you go. So we've got 4 side tucks done in just shy of an hour. And yeah, I still have leftover cards. So if you would like to see me do these in a different theme, please do tell me. I am working with blues at the moment, as well as the greens and browns, because I am planning for a bluebird and flower type project. So if you would like to see me do these again, not straight away, but at least in the future with these pieces, please do let me know, because I'm happy to do it on video if people want to see it. Or if you've seen the idea and think, nah, you're alright, then that's fine. I can just do it off screen. But either way, I do want to use the cards for this sort of project. Yeah, I'm really happy with those. So thanks for joining me, thanks for keeping me company. I do like these What's on Your Desk videos, because these are the types of tasks that I probably would have just sat and done myself, you know, just for fun, for, you know, doing the project, using the thing that I want to do with them. But it gets lonely, it gets a bit boring on your own, gluing and sticking and not really having anyone to talk to. So you know, I want to say thank you for watching these videos, because it's really nice for me to be able to come on and have a bit of a chat, have a bit of a ninwag, I was going to say. A chinwag, not a ninwag. Say it enough times, it'll become a word. I've loved our ninwag today. I don't know, it could catch on. Who am I kidding? Anyway, thank you so much. We'll speak soon. Bye-bye for now.